Okay, so while it doesn't look like it, I have some anxiety stuff coming up, some things that I'm working through that don't necessarily feel good to work through. If I look to the outside world, it's more reasons to not feel better about anything. It's more reasons to feel like a failure. I'm not good enough. I'm this, I'm that. And the only way for me to come away from that is to step away from there's a bumblebee right near me. Oh, hi, cutie. The only way for me to come away from that is to come away from my logic left brain thinking that is all about structure, this, and this. These thoughts that come up and, provide the evidence that this is bound to fail and this is not a good idea because this, and this. And it backs it up with all this logic and reason. And logic is good, of course, it has its place, but it's not making me feel better about things right now. And secondly, I forgot what I was saying. How crazy is that? So secondly, it's coming away from the logical brain as well as really dipping into my right brain, and that's going to my journal pages, my art journal. It's my sanctuary, it's my safe place, it's my empty canvas of life to think about how I'm showing up, come and think of creative possibilities for the problems that I'm experiencing or the perceived problems that I'm experiencing, whatever it is. I know in my heart, I know and believe this to be true, that Spirit is working in my favor and everything is conspiring for me and with me, not against me and not in spite of me or anything like that. I have everything that I need and then some. And I know this to be true. If I look around, I can clearly see that I am safe. In my head, in my left brain head, there's perceived fear, and it's there to keep me safe. So I'm just forgetting about that. I'm just gonna do some drumming because there's energy here that needs to shift. It needs to be transmuted. It needs to go somewhere. So I'm just outside in this beautiful scenery. There's tons of clovers around. There's all these little clover flowers. There's bumblebees. There's grasshoppers. There's like little ladybugs. And I found a couple of 4-leaf clovers. These are like, I drop into a really meditative state when I find 4-leaf clovers. So it's like my favorite place. So I am in a big, huge parking lot, so you may hear some people over there, but I'm just gonna kind of tap into this drum for a minute. Okay. And then what I'd like to do is I have this book, it's called Hunab Q, and I'm just going to randomly open up to a page and just kind of be led by Spirit and synchronicity that's there. All right, so I opened up to the Ankh, number 27, and this is life. Hi. So the quote is, "Life is what's happening while we're busy making other plans. As far as symbols go, the circle and the cross are the big ones. They may actually hold the key to life. In most cultures, the circle symbolizes wholeness. It is the sun, our symbol of life, that is recognizable all over the planet. When looking at a circle, we experience, to varying degrees, of course, oneness and unity." All right. So I'm just going to draw the Ankh symbol, and it's that right there. And it shows Isis, I believe that's Isis, and it shows that she has a feather on her head. So the last time I was here, I found a feather, so I'm just literally going to put it in my head. And we are going to create an Ankh. So I will stop my camera, flip it over so you can watch me. Okay, so it's done, and the whole thing with process art is what comes up while we're in the process of making it. And for me, I love everything about this except for this part. So I'm hyper focused on the part that I don't like, and isn't that true about myself? Right now I'm hyper focused on the part of myself that I don't like, which is I'm afraid to fail. I'm afraid to fail. So with that, when I'm afraid to fail, it means that I'm afraid to try something. And when I'm afraid to try something, it means that I'm stuck, and I'm not growing, and I'm not expanding. So I'm staying small. And that doesn't feel good. That doesn't settle. It doesn't resonate. It feels yucky, and I don't want to look at it. But the more that I not try to look at it, the more that it's staring me in the face. So yeah, this is what we're getting into, folks. This is our process art. The symbol itself gives
the
way
good thing
to
about art,
a mirror. And just like art is a mirror of ourselves. The subconscious, it delivers messages to us, and these pages, of course, get to be a portal in how we're showing up in our lives and what we're wanting to create. When I look in this page, or this mirror page, there's parts of me that I don't necessarily love yet, but just like real life, I get to decide and I can make changes.